Good morning, football fans, and welcome to beautiful McLeod Athletic Park in Langley Township. My name is Gord Randall, and I will be with you all day today as we bring you the BCPFA Zone Bowls for the U10, U12, U14, U16, and U18 age groups. We have been going, apologize a little bit here for some technical difficulties this morning. We've been going for about a half an hour here. We are on to our second game in the U10 division, and you are currently looking at, in the blue jerseys, the Surrey Academy versus in the orange jerseys, the Vancouver North Academy in the U10 division. As I mentioned, we have a full day of action for you. The U10, U12 ranks are already underway, as you can see. We at 10:45 will have the U14 teams take over. At 2 p.m. you have U16, and at 5:15 p.m. you have U18. I will be with you for the vast majority of that action. A great long day of football awaits. As you can see, the weather is cooperating nicely for us. We had a little bit of cloud this morning, but it's clearing up, and it's scheduled to stay that way. Dropped down to almost freezing last night. It was quite crisp when we started up, but things are warming up quickly, so it's just about perfect weather for some football today. As you can see, the U10 action is 6-on-6 this morning, as we see an errant toss there. Fortunately, he threw it forward, otherwise that would have been a live ball. For this U10 action, you'll see it's a very limited field. They're going to work from the 20-yard line in the south end zone here at the stadium. Once we get to U14 action, you will then see 9-man ball, but working the entire length of the fields. And then by the time we get to U16, we'll be up to 12-man full Canadian rules action. So taking part today, you have academies from all over the province participating. Here in the U10 division, the aforementioned Surrey Academy and the Vancouver North Academy are on the field right now. We also have teams from Cloverdale, from Coquitlam, from Vancouver Island South, and Vancouver Island North. When we get later on into the day, you'll also see teams from the Okanagan and from Prince George participating as well. So it is truly a province-wide event here today for the BCPFA Zone Bowl. Might have to workshop that name a little bit, come up with something a little spicier than Zone Bowl, but for now, that's what it's called, so that's what we will refer to it as. See a shotgun snap for Vancouver North. That's number 43 playing quarterback for them, Noah Mendez. He gets wrapped up in the backfield. Do have a flag on the ground. It looks like that's going to be a face masking penalty on the tackler there. They're going to pace this one forward. The way that they're running these games, each offense is getting a set of plays. I haven't been able to take a specific count. It looks like it's roughly 10 plays each, and they're alternating. If you can see the scoreboard right now, you will see the running clock, but each game is a 15-minute running clock game, so it'll be moving pretty quickly. We have about 4 minutes left in this one. Again, this is the second game of the morning. Be blown dead. I think that technically would have been a fumble, but it's going to be blown dead, and they are going to change possession here as the Surrey offense is going to move onto the field. Big shout out to all the coaches with all these different academies helping out here. All these different age groups, different locations, and you've got coaches for all of them, and every single one of them is a volunteer. So big shout out to all the coaches helping get these kids on the field and getting them organized. Just as I made that comment about the shotgun, you'll see Surrey come out with the quarterback under center here. He looks to hand off on the reverse. The ball hits the ground, but they are going to scoop it up. And that's number 20, Ryzen Lopez, fighting for extra yardage, breaking a few tackles and turning it into a positive play. Nice hard running there for number 20 in blue. Got the swag towel hanging out the back. He looks like he's ready to go to the NFL already. As you can see, the coaches are allowed on the field here. As they take the under center snap, we got a rollout from the quarterback. Shaking a few tackles. Shakes another tackle. Stays inside the sidelines, fighting for the end zone. And he is going to be pushed out just short of the goal line. Looks like they're going to mark him at about the 2 or 3 yard line. I believe that was number 18, Davian Johnson, running from the quarterback position there. Interesting watching this 6-man setup. There's lots of room for offenses to get creative. You will see teams come out with 2 offensive linemen. You'll see them come out with 3 offensive linemen, a couple wide receivers, sometimes a full house backfield. Surrey appears to like being under center with a 2-man line and a 3-man backfield, and lots of interesting stuff that can come out of that. The creativity is certainly on display at this level, not something that you would see at a 12 versus 12 type of football game. A lot of stuff that you're going to see at this level is we've got a Vancouver North player down, shaken up after the play here. The only time we will stop the clock in these games is for injuries, so the clock is currently stopped, and we are winding down. There are 22 seconds officially left in the game, so 1, maybe 2 more plays if they squeezed it in. Once we are able to resume here. When we change over, the Surrey guys are actually going to stay on the field, the guys who are in blue right now, and the Vancouver Island South team is going to transfer in to play them for the next match. And we do have some movement from the man down the field. He appears to be sitting up, which is a good sign. Worth noting, there are licensed physiotherapists, sports medicine specialists on site here, provided by the Rebound Clinic. And he is getting up and walking off, so we can resume. Surrey looking to finish this game with a bang and punch the ball into the end zone here. They are knocking on the door at the 3 yard line. And they are going to go to the shotgun, it looks like. So shotgun here. 1 wide receiver. Another taking a waggle up to the line. We got a boot to the right. He's looking to throw. He'll put it up, and it is intercepted. Number 27, Drake Quo, coming down with the ball. And he will keep Surrey from getting into the end zone. A nice shutting of the door by Vancouver North there to end this one as the referee spins his flag, and we are going to call this and move on to the next game. So as I said, the Surrey crew in blue is going to stay on here. Disappointing finish for them in that last one, but a lot of positives throughout that game as they took it to Vancouver North a little bit. And they will await the changing over of their opponent. For those of you not familiar with the facility we are located at today, we are, as I mentioned, at McLeod Athletic Park out in Langley Township, one of the best sports facilities in the Lower Mainland in my humble opinion, and there's lots going on around us. There is a slow pitch complex to your left from the camera angle that you're watching right now. There is also a baseball diamond where the Langley Blaze Premier Baseball team plays. To the right, from the perspective you're viewing off screen, is Langley Secondary School right next to us. And a little bit further to the right, just across the street, is the Langley Airport. So you may see and or hear prop planes buzzing by every now and then. That is just a part of the deal out here in the McLeod Athletic Park area. This facility, home to BCFL's Langley Rams, the reigning national champions, if I'm not mistaken, at the junior ranks. Finally getting over the hump of the Saskatoon Hilltops and the Prairie champions that they have been trying to get over for a number of years now. They were able to get over that hump and take the championship over the London Beef Eaters in Ontario this year. Which, by the way, is a much more fun nickname than just Rams. You'll also see a number of other football organizations playing out of here. Langley Minor Football, black and red, the Stampeders, play out of here. North Langley Minor Football plays out of here as well. You will also see Langley Secondary School's football team, one of the better teams at the AA high school tier in this province, play out of this facility as well. So we appear to be still waiting for Surrey's next opponent to shuffle in here. There are only two jersey colors here, so there's a little bit of reorganization. The players are all wearing reversible jerseys, so they can flip back and forth between blue and orange, but it looks like the Surrey guys, they're going to let them stay in blue for their next game. So I am just trying to figure out which of these groups of players in orange is the next opponent, and I think the Surrey guys are trying to figure out the same thing. So we're just awaiting. It's scheduled to be our Vancouver Island South Academy, which would be based in the Greater Victoria area. So this is one of our periodic gatherings of football here. It's nice to see some spring football. Next up on the BCPFA calendar, right here at McLeod Athletic Park, July 3rd to 6th, you will see the Football Canada Western Canada Cup. It is a U16 championship featuring rep teams from all the Western provinces, from here all the way out to Manitoba. They will be all gathering here at McLeod for the Western Canada Championship. If you want more information, you can go to the BCPFA's website. BCPFA, in case you're wondering, stands for BC Provincial Football Association. They are the official provincial governing body for football throughout the province of BC. All Canadian rules football from the ages of 5 all the way up to 18, governed by the BCPFA. I stand corrected. Sorry, they actually go all the way up to the age of 22. That includes junior ball as well. In your local area, if you are interested in your child trying football, there is a BCPFA organization somewhere in your vicinity. Again, for more information, you can go to the PFA's website. They will direct you to your local organization. There are both flag, non-contact, and full padded, full contact, full tackle programs available. As you can see here today, we are playing the tackle variety. And these U10 players would have just started learning to tackle in the last year or two, depending on their age, as Football Canada rules state. That's the earliest they can start playing tackle. Big safety push in football the last number of years to revisit how we introduce contact to our young players, keep players a little bit safer and keep them playing the game. And that's one of the adjustments that has been made. So, when I started playing football as a young man, which wasn't that long ago, but we were tackling at 7, 8 years old. Can't do that anymore. You have to wait until 9, 10 to start tackling. And some pretty impressive tackles we've seen so far this morning for kids who are just learning those mechanics. They aren't afraid to lay the wood, some of these kids. So we look like we're finally ready to go here for the third match. Again, the team in blue that's going to start on defense here is the Surrey Academy. On the other side in orange, we are looking at the Vancouver Island South Academy, or Victoria. VI South running the option to lead this one off, and they will hit the end zone on the very first play from scrimmage. Nice little play design there. Man, I might have to recruit their coaches. These guys run the option crisper than my high school guys do. That was quite impressive to start things off for the VI South team. As you see, despite the fact that they scored, they are going to move the ball back to the 20 and start all over again, as there is a set number of plays that each offense is going to run no matter what happens. So the Surrey guys, maybe a little bit of a wake-up call for them. They're in for a stiffer test this time around in their second of 2 games this morning. Each team, it is kind of random draw as to who plays who, but each of the 6 teams will play 2 games. So the Surrey guys have drawn back-to-back games, and they will be done after this as we get a little bit of a pitch reverse action here going around the other way, and he will hit the end zone as well. So a hot start for our Victoria Academy. A couple different players find the end zone. They pitch it right. They reverse pitch it left. Some slick play design there. And a couple scores on the board for Victoria. Mentioned the Langley Rams, the major tenant here football-wise at McLeod Athletic, the champions of the the BCFC, that is, of Canadian junior football. BCFC should get going in about 2 months' time here, and they are adding a new team this year for the first time. The Prince George Kodiaks will be entering into the league, becoming the 7th member of the BCFC. As VI South rolls right, we got a pass, and he is going to hit the end zone as well. Gets just inside the pylon. However, there is a flag on the play. I think the quarterback may have been across the line of scrimmage when he delivered that pass, so this one's going to come back. There are, of course, some rule adjustments when you were playing six-man ball, but one of the ones that isn't adjusted is you can't throw a forward pass once you are downfield. And so this one's going to be brought back to the 20, and they will restart it. And it looks like another score for Vancouver Island South as they just keep coming. So 3 scores on 4 plays. Might have been 4 had the previous one not been called back. And Vancouver Island South is shaping up like a bit of a juggernaut here early on. Lots of action here all around the field. We are on a limited section of the main field, but all around the outside there are various groups of players warming up for whenever their next game is. Lots of action here as we roll out right, looking to pass. We'll put it up and comes down with it. Another score for Vancouver Island South. Pretty good arm there throwing on the run from number 1, the quarterback. That's Spencer Cooey. So an impressive start for that VI South offense, and they are going to change over now, and Surrey's going to get their opportunity here. Man, running, passing, breaking tackles, coming down with contested catches. Impressive showing from some of the talent on that Vancouver Island South team. Let's see if Surrey can answer back. Davian Johnson, the quarterback, under center. He'll take the snap, reverse out, looks to hand off. They will reverse to the left. That is number 11, Devin Atwall, around the edge, and he is hit hard right around the 10-yard line. Wow. I talked about how some of these kids are not afraid to lay the wood. You just saw it right there. And he takes a second to gather himself before getting up, but he pops up all right. So a nice positive play for Surrey on their first snap. We are just under 6 minutes into this 15-minute running time game, as Surrey will take their second offensive play here from the 10-yard line. Reverse out again. They will hand off, heading to the right here, and a great tackle in the backfield for a big loss. That was Yuvraj Sharma, the running back for Surrey, on the play there. Tackled for a loss of 10 yards on that play. And so Surrey is backed up to the 20 where they started. Surrey squad comes out. 3 men in the backfields. And we have a little bit of early action there.
I'm going to come back with that one. There's more to come.
And they'll get a free 5 out of that one. Looks like he went with the hard count there. A little bit eager on the Vancouver Island South side. So they'll get 5 of those yards back that they lost on the previous play. Going in the shotgun now is Johnson. Snap comes, a little bit of a pop-up, but he will break a tackle in the backfield, and he's going to take off. Scooting down the left sideline, just inside the sideline, touchdown, Surrey. Davian Johnson showing off the Jets there on a broken play, making chicken salad out of it. And Surrey gets on the board here. At least metaphorically speaking, as we aren't physically keeping score on the scoreboard for these U10 games. So again, as we mentioned, despite the score, Surrey will retain the ball. They're going to set them back up at the 20 and have them start it all over again. Johnson's going to set up in the shotgun again. It's actually kind of a pistol look with a running back lined up behind him at this point. 2 receivers to the right. And he is going to throw a quick screen pass here. That is going to sail over the head of the intended receiver and fall incomplete. May have been a lateral, but they're going to err on the side of caution and just call that an incomplete pass. No use in having a scramble drill on a live ball when you're not playing full field, so they'll just call that an incomplete pass and do it again. Looks like Surrey's going to come out. Oh, no, they're moving around a little bit here. So 1 receiver on either side, running back next to Johnson in the gun. He's going to move it to the line of scrimmage on the motion, and we got a bobbled snap. That's going to be fallen on by VI South. May want to go back under center here if you're the Surrey guys. The shotgun snaps have been a little bit of a challenge here thus far. And I think the teams appear to be changing over again here. So VI South will go back on offense with a little over 5 minutes left in this affair. And we'll see if Surrey can get a couple stops here, as VI South pretty much had their way with them the first time out. VI South setting up in the shotgun, 2 receivers to the left. Snap is right on point. He is going to set back. He is going to release. The ball is up, and it falls incomplete. Nice coverage on the play. Pretty good arm there for the VI South quarterback. It's number 10. Unfortunately, I don't have him on my roster in front of me here. Otherwise, I would happily give you a name. So looking just a little bit sharper on offense than the Surrey guys are the Vancouver Island South guys. And that's a little surprising after Surrey was quite successful in their first game. Shotgun snap. They're going to toss to the right. That one falls but is picked up on the bobble. And they are going to make some hay out of that. Pickup of about 6 on the play. So it's going to be 3rd down here from the 14-yard line. Same formation, single back in the shotgun. They're going to bring the end around here and hand off. And nice cut upfield, and will fight forward for what should be 1st down yardage. And they are going to signal for a 1st down here, as Victoria has gotten inside the 10-yard line. Looks like they'll be snapping from about the 9 here. 3 minutes left on the clock in this game. On deck, to borrow a term from another sport, VI South will be playing again here. They're going to play back-to-backs, and Cloverdale will hop in, rotate in to play against them. Cloverdale was in the first game of the morning and looked quite successful against the Coquitlam group, so we'll see if they can keep it up, as this is a power to the left, and he is going to walk into the end zone for the touchdown. VI South tacks on another score here, and they are having a good time of it. In the last number of years, there's been a big expansion of this regional academy program for BCPFA. It's been a great way to keep kids involved in the game through the spring. And during the pandemic, it was really useful for a lot of kids to stay involved in the sport where there are limited opportunities. As VI South sets back, lots of time in the pocket, doesn't see him any likes, so he's going to take off, rumbling down inside the 5, touchdown, Vancouver Island South. They tack on another one here. And they are officially running all over the Surrey squad. Sure, the Mount Douglas High School coaches are loving what they see from kids who will be future Rams or future Belmont Bulldogs, to point out a couple of the big-time high school programs in the Victoria area. Surrey back on offense here. They're going to pop up the shotgun snap, and he is going to get out of that pile in the backfield somehow, but be swarmed again for a loss. Another little bit of a challenge in getting the snap off, thank you, for the Surrey guys. I talked about how the BCPFA has an organization somewhere near you. A lot of these Surrey players are members of the North Surrey Minor Football Organization. On the Vancouver Island South side, you'll see members of the Victoria Spartans organization. You'll see members of the Colwood Warriors organization. So lots of different options out here as they're going to swing past this to the right, and a nice play by, I believe that was number 50 in the backfield. That's Kai Chuby making a big stop for Vancouver Island South, and that'll do it here for this matchup. You will see another change over here, hopefully a little quicker than last time. VI South will stay on the field, and we are going to change out from one Surrey squad to the other as Cloverdale subs in for the Surrey group. See handshakes between the two squads here. That VI South group in orange. I should mention as well, some members from as far up as Duncan and the Cowichan Bulldogs organization on that VI South team as well. That's about where the split occurs between VI South and VI North. So they will remain in orange for this next game. Their opponents in the blue jerseys will be the Cloverdale Academy. You'll see black helmets with orange C's on them. That's Cloverdale minor football players. You will also see white helmets with a Tennessee Titans style logo on it. That would be White Rock minor football players, plus a few others mixed in there. Pretty good crowd here as more and more people filter in. Getting closer to the U14 group starting. They're scheduled to start in about 30 minutes, a little over 30 minutes time at 10:45. But we will finish up with the Young Bucks here. VI South going to start with the ball in this affair. Shotgun snap. They're going to pitch it here on the end around. That is number 74, Jacob Diamond on the end around, and he gets forced out of bounds just inside the 10. Nice start from the Vancouver Island South squad that has definitely had a crisp-looking offense this morning. Mix and run and pass, well blocked, well snapped, well organized. Second down for them just inside the 10. Man in motion. They're going to fake the pitch to him and option out to the right. Tosses to number 33 just inside the silence. He tiptoes and gets... Oh, they're going to mark him out of bounds. I thought he might have stayed in there, but they're going to mark him out at about the 3-yard line. That was, as I mentioned, number 33 receiving the pitch there, Gabriel Yop. From the quarterback, I believe it's number 1 right now, Spencer Cooey. You will see both number 1 and number 10 play quarterback for the VI South squad. It is Spencer Cooey right now. Number 10 when he is in there is Austin Simpson. So you see now they're in tight. They're going to add a third lineman here. Gun snap is on point. They will hand off to Yop for the touchdown. Right up the middle. Nice job picking through traffic there. And VI puts another score on the board. We have a Cloverdale player shaken up here on the ground. So, shaken up player is up on his feet and looks like he's going to be okay. Limping a little bit here. So we will be clear to resume in just a minute's time. Again, you are looking at Cloverdale and the Vancouver Island South academies playing each other right now. Next game on tap after these guys is Coquitlam versus the Vancouver Island North group based out of Nanaimo. So, VI South comes out. They got trips to the right side. First time I've seen a formation like this today. Shotgun, no running back, 3 receivers to the right. Snap right in the gut again. Excellent snapping here, but... Ooh, and he's able to spin out of that tackle. Jukes another player. He was almost brought down the backfield, and he is making hay here. And will finally be wrapped up, still running the feet, pushing all the way down to about the 6-7 yard line is Spencer Cooey. There is a flag on the play, however. I think that it was a hold being called. That will back things up. But what an impressive play by number 1 there, Spencer Cooey. That was the last play of the set for VI South. So the Cloverdale squad will come out and take the field on offense. Based on watching their first game, the player to watch on this Cloverdale offense is number 16. That is Grayson Thomas. He is going to split. Actually, he's going to line up in the backfield next to the quarterback, number 9, Lincoln McRae. Shotgun snap goes over the quarterback's head, and the ball is fallen on by number 29. That is Leonidas Clark. Hello, there is a big-time name, you know you're destined for greatness if you're rocking the name Leonidas. I apologize in advance, but I am going to find a way to work a "This is Sparta" quote in at some point today as the snap and the handoff to Thomas. He drops the ball. And it is Leonidas Clark again. Why need 300 when you just need one? Leonidas Clark falling on the fumble there. And a bit of a disjointed start on offense for the Cloverdale squad. Going to go at it again. Receiver to either side. The shotgun snap. He's going to pass. Ball is up in the air, and it falls just short of the intended target. Looked like that was number 75, Braden Voutilainen, who he was looking for across the middle there. And the ball just fell a little bit short. Well, Cloverdale squad going to get back at it here. Lining up in what appears to be their kind of base formation here. One receiver split to either side. One back in the backfield. Shotgun snap. He's going to swing it out to Thomas. Catch is made and a nice cut. Back up the middle by Thomas. He can scoot, and he is brought down again. It is Leonidas Clark on the stop. Catches him from behind. That kid can move pretty good, and unfortunately Thomas appears to be a little shaken up on the play. We're about halfway through this game. We have two more games on deck in this U10, U12 division. As I mentioned, Coquitlam versus Vancouver Island North, the next matchup on deck, and then we will be wrapped up with the Vancouver North squad taking on Vancouver Island North in the battle for who will be the Kings of the North. I wonder if the loser will bend a knee after that one. Thomas still down on the field, being attended to by first aid. As I mentioned, a hive of activity around here. I can count 6 or 7 groups of players in various locations around the main field here, and on the field adjacent to us to our right, there are another couple groups of players warming up as well, as most of the U14 players are now in the building and getting ready to go for their division, starting in about a little under a half an hour now. Group of cyclists just went by on the road by us. There are some baseball players starting to get set to go. There's what appears to be a javelin thrower out in the distance here. Lots of stuff going on a beautiful holiday weekend Saturday here in Langley, BC. Still have yet to move Grayson Thomas, so hopefully he will be okay here, but a bit of an elongated treatment as we await the resumption of the game here. Thomas is sitting up now, which is a good sign. First real movement we have seen from him, and they are going to work to stand him up. He is going to run off, appears to be favoring his right arm in some fashion there. He did get brought down fairly hard from behind. May have fallen awkwardly on that right side where he was also carrying the football. So hopefully he will be all right. So the Cloverdale squad regroups and looks to punch in what Thomas started here. They're going to snap from the 10-yard line here. Two receivers split out to the right. Shotgun snap is popped up in the air and is scooped up in the backfield by the quarterback on the bounce. That is number 9, Lincoln McCrae. He will be wrapped up pretty quickly, but does manage to push it back close to the original line of scrimmage. But that unfortunately will not be enough, as that was the last snap of the Cloverdale offensive series, and Vancouver Island South will go back on the offensive here. When we do wrap up with the Young Bucks here, we will transition basically seamlessly into the U14 portion of the program. There will be a lunch break then after that before we get to the U16 as the handoff up the middle to number 60, Lucas Hansen, all the way to the end zone like a hot knife through butter is Hansen for the touchdown. One of the first times in your life you will see number 60 taking the handoff and going up into the end zone, but that's what happens. Lucas Hansen running right through that Cloverdale defense, rumbling like a true fullback for the score. Can't overstate how important getting the snap on point is. The Vancouver Island South offense has just been so on point, and every snap's been right in the gut as they hit the reverse here. And he is going to make some hay. A nice cutback, and he will hit the end zone as well. That is number 68, Tice Chappell, for the touchdown. And Vancouver Island South continues to show a very impressive offense here at the U10, U12 ranks. Man in motion from right to left. They're going to fake the handoff to him, and the quarterback is going to follow him. And he is going to be wrapped up in the backfield. Nice play there by, I believe that was number 27, Carter Fix in the backfield. Great job to knife through the blockers and secure the tackle in the backfield. As I mentioned, two different quarterbacks going at it for Vancouver Island South. You are now looking at number 10 at quarterback, Austin Simpson. He'll take the shotgun snap. He's going to hand it off on the end around. That is number 29, Leonidas Clark again, pushing for extra yardage, and he is finally wrestled down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. Great to see this VI South offense working to get a bunch of different players involved and their hands on the ball. That was the first carry I'd seen for Leonidas Clark. We have seen 6, maybe even 7 different ball carriers for that VI South squad. So VI South looking to punch another one in here. Just over 5 minutes left in this affair. Shotgun snap. Simpson rolling to his right, looking to extend the play, puts the ball up, and it is going to be caught for the touchdown. Looks like number 21, Kessler Fawcett, coming down with the reception for the touchdown there. Another new name on offense for VI South. Nice little throw there for Simpson. Good vision down the field to see his guy come open in the back of the end zone on the broken play there. Looks like a little bit of a confusion here from the Cloverdale ranks, but I think that they should be due to go back on offense here. Good news for them, Grayson Thomas is back on the sideline, but he does have his right arm in a sling, so we will not see him back today, unfortunately. And it looks like teams seem to be preparing to shake hands here. They do have a little bit of time left on the clock, but this may be, there are a couple of Cloverdale players banged up, and this may be due to that as we look to get things kind of figured out here. And now they're coming back off the side of the field. So again, like I said, I think the Cloverdale guys should be going on offense here again. The clock is showing that we've got about 4 minutes left here. And that's exactly what they're going to do. So not sure where the confusion came from. Take a look at the clock, and it's going to tell you what's going on, but that's okay. Remember, when in doubt, more football is always better than less football. You only shake hands and stop playing when they make you. So Cloverdale will take over on offense here, looking to get something going. They were not able to find the end zone in their first possession. Thomas on the sideline. They're going to have to find a new weapon here. Lincoln McRae, the quarterback, in the shotgun, looking for the snap. Snap is on point this time. McRae drops back, looking to pass, spinning out of pressure, but he will ultimately be wrapped up. Number 29, there he is again, Leonidas Clark with the tackle, and now McRae is shaken up. Always tough as a young quarterback when you feel pressure in your face, and McRae just never quite felt settled there in the pocket, trying to find receivers downfield. So we were on schedule, but unfortunately a couple lengthy injury slowdowns have really slowed this game down. But McRae has popped up now, and he actually looks like he's willing and able to stay in the game here. You know, being not a full regulation football game, he is allowed to do that. So we are running approximately 15 minutes behind schedule at this point in time. So if you were waiting for the U14 ranks, the start time for them will be closer to 11 a.m. at this point in time. We still do have 2 more games to fit in this U10, U12 action. As Cloverdale comes out, 1 receiver split to either side, 1 back in the backfield. Shotgun snap. McRae's going to put it up over the middle. He's got him in. Touchdown, Cloverdale. What a beautiful pass. Braden Voutilainen comes down with it, running right up the seam, and Cloverdale scores one to give themselves something to hang their hat on at the end of this one. What a nice finish for that Cloverdale offense as the referee spins his flag to indicate the end of this one. Excellent finish to that game. So we now have, coming up next, Vancouver Island North, based out of Nanaimo. We'll also pull kids from Parksville and as far up as the Comox Valley and Campbell River. Versus the, officially Vancouver North is the name of the region, but this is the Coquitlam-based Vancouver North Academy. So we are going to transition over here. Couple more games left in the U10, U12 division, as I mentioned. So a little bit of a transition into two new teams playing here. And you are going to have, I'm just scanning helmets to figure out who is who here. I believe the orange squad for this next game is going to be the Coquitlam team, and the blue squad is going to be your VI North Academy, who appear to all be in matching helmets. That's interesting. Matching white helmets. Okay, so the Coquitlam squad is set up on offense to begin this one. And there, guys, number 16, Jackson Delorier. He's lined up in the shotgun as the quarterback here. One receiver to the right. He sets back to pass. He will be flushed out of the pocket. Rolling to his left is going to try and run for it. And he does get just inside the sideline. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown. As Jackson Delorier looked like he was in trouble and then turned on the Jets. And braced by everybody for a quick early score for Coquitlam. Mark the ball back at the 20, and they will go at it again here. Nice start out of the gate for the Coquitlam squad in their second action of the morning versus a fresh Vancouver Island North team that has yet to play this morning. They got the lucky draw. Shotgun snap. Delorier is going to roll to his left again, flushed out of the pocket, gets around a defender, puts the ball up to the end zone, and an open man comes down with it for the touchdown. Can't quite catch the number there. I believe that's number 19, Daniel Keenan, coming down with it in the end zone as the defensive back for VI North just got caught looking in the backfield, a little bit creeped up off of his man and uncovered him. And a great throw by Delorier on the run to find him for the score. Coquitlam rolling here early on. Got two receivers split to the left. Delorier is going to roll away from them to the right. Lots of time, and he is going to tuck and run up the sideline, heading to the end zone, cuts back, and gets in for another Coquitlam score. The early game that, unfortunately, technical difficulties prevented us from airing for you. Coquitlam and Cloverdale, it was Grayson Thomas with the Cloverdale squad and Delorier trading blows back-to-back. It was actually quite a fun affair. And Delorier really showing out again here early on in this one. So the Coquitlam squad will come out. 3 offensive linemen, 2 receivers split to the right. Delorier sets back to throw again. Is going to roll to his right and is going to evade pressure up the sideline and hook slides just inside the 10-yard line. Bit of a generous spot there will put him all the way up at the 8. Jackson Delorier already looking like a pro quarterback with the hook slide there. Not sure why he was worried he hasn't taken a successful tackle yet today, but he is going to protect himself there, and Coquitlam will snap from the 8-yard line, looking to tack on another score here. One receiver split either side, no backs in the backfield as Delorier takes the snap. Rolls to his right, going to look to take off again, and he gets just inside the pylon for the touchdown. And right now, he is quite simply just the fastest player on the field is Delorier. When you have that kind of weapon at running back, like they're not even bothering to line up a running back next to him as their quarterback is the running back. So that'll do it for the Coquitlam possession, and maybe I should call it the Jackson Delorier show. And Vancouver Island North will get their chance with the ball. Again, these are 15-minute running time games. We are just under halfway through this particular one with about 8 minutes left in it. Vancouver Island North's offense takes the field here. They're going to go under center. One back in the backfield, one receiver split either side. Running back is going to toss. Or the quarterback is going to toss to the running back. He's going to be flushed left up the sideline, making some hay. That's number 9, Joaquin Aguilera, up the sideline. And a nice positive play on the first snap for VI North. Quarterback for them appears to be number 6 today, Bentley Kloppenberg. And so they will come up in what appears to be their base formation, one receiver either side. Ace back in the backfield. Kloppenberg loses the ball on the exchange, and they are going to blow it dead again, not being on a full field. If there is a scramble drill for a fumble, oftentimes the referees will just blow it dead so we don't get, a pile up in a potentially unsafe situation. Nobody's winning the Grey Cup today, so they will think player safety first. A little bit of a broken play there. I don't think everybody was set, but they're going to let it go anyway. Looks like the running back is looking to throw here potentially. He cuts back to his left, loses a tackler, cutting back up the middle. He is feeling it right now, up the middle into the end zone for a touchdown for VI North. But there is some laundry on the field, and I think that this is probably going to come back. Still quite the showing there. Joaquin Aguilera weaving all over the football field and through the Coquitlam defense. They are going to mark that back on the penalty. I didn't catch the exact signal, but it was some sort of a blocking infraction on VI North, and they're going to put them all the way back to the 20 here. So a promising start for VI North, but a couple of mistakes put them back here, and they're going to need to regroup. Kloppenberg hands off to Aguilera to the right. He is going to beat his man around the edge and gang tackled just outside the 5-yard line is Aguilera. So another positive first play from the 20 for VI North. Let's see if they can successfully follow it up this time and get themselves into the end zone. They got some work to do after giving up a few scores on Coquitlam's first possession. Again, the line wasn't fully set. Aguilera will drop the handoff, but he is going to cut back all the way back across the field and into the end zone for the touchdown is Joaquin Aguilera. It was kind of a disjointed play again there, as it looked like the VI North line wasn't fully set, and as a result, it looked like the Coquitlam defenders were a little bit paralyzed, not realizing that it was time to go. And Aguilera took advantage of that, put his foot in the ground, and cut back past everybody against the grain for the score. So we're going to switch sides here again. Coquitlam going to come back out on offense with about 4 minutes left in this running affair. The first set of offense is typically the longer one, and then they try to squeeze a second set of offense in for each team afterwards. So I would expect that you're probably only going to see 3 or 4 plays from each offensive squad here just to make sure they get things in on time. So Coquitlam comes out. Delorier in the shotgun by himself. Again, 2 receivers to the left. He's going to roll to his left, looking to pass. And he will just put this one out of bounds as he was being pressured by a couple defensive linemen for VI North. I think that was number 78, Raul Luna Rivera, in pursuit there. Number 80, Nicholas, both in the vicinity as well. So Coquitlam will come back out from the 20. Second down here after the incomplete pass. Three-man line. Delorier by himself in the backfield. Twin receivers to the left again. Sets back. Looks like he's looking to pass again, but he's going to be flushed to his right, and he is going to take off. Gets just inside the sideline. Ducks the defender inside the pylon for another score. For the Coquitlam Academy, Jackson Delorier continues to be difficult to bring down. Some pretty good pressure created by the VI North front, and Jackson Delorier was just a little bit faster and a little bit slipperier than his pursuers. So they'll bring it back out to the 20, and Coquitlam will go at it again here. We got a running back in the backfield now as they're showing a little bit of a different look. He will swing to the right. Delorier looking to throw. He is going to set up. He's waiting for his receiver to come open. Got lots of time. Going to be flushed to his left. Puts it up, and just unable to bring it down is his intended target, Daniel Keenan. Another really nice throw on the run there for a right-handed quarterback rolling left. He put a dart out there and just missed his intended receiver. Minute 30 on the clock here. I would suspect that this is probably going to be the last offensive snap for the Coquitlam squad before they switch sides and let VI North get a few more plays in before we have to wrap this one up. Delorier has a running back in the backfield. Fumbled snap comes out low. He will be flushed to his left, and here we go. He's going to take off inside the sideline and will hook slide at around the 10-yard line. And that will end the Coquitlam offensive possession as the referee is signaling to switch sides. They should move quickly here as we have just over a minute on the clock. VI North, if they hustle, can get a couple of snaps in here before this one wraps up. If they hustle. Come on, coach. 2-minute drill. 2-minute drill. No huddle. Let's go. So 30 seconds left on the clock. VI is setting up on offense. VI North, I should say. Never want to confuse an Nanaimo man with a Victoria man. Quarterback is under center here. Two receivers to the left, one to the right. Going to set back, looking to pass, and will be brought down in the backfields for the sack. That is number 29, Cruz Bowling, making the play. New quarterback for VI North. Having a tough time reading the number there. It looks like it's number 19, which I don't have listed on my roster. Fumbled snap here as they try to squeeze one more play in before the end of the game. Looks like it'll be fallen on by a Coquitlam player, but that should do it as the clock hits 0. And that will wrap it up as we will transition to our last game here in the U10, U12 tier, which will be the Battle of the North, as the Vancouver North Academy will take on this same Vancouver Island North team. Vancouver North will be in the orange for this last game. VI North will stay in the blues that they are currently wearing. Teams will shake hands here again. We're running just about 15 minutes behind schedule here right now as we are just past 10:45. If you are waiting the U14 ranks, the players are ready to go. We've got one more U10, U12 game to get in here at a 15-minute running time, so you should be starting a few minutes after 11 o'clock for the U14 mini tournament here today. So one last change over here. It looks like the Vancouver North squad is already ready to go here. And Vancouver Island North will just have to get themselves set up. They're just doing rock, paper, scissors to figure out who's going to get the ball first here. And it looks like paper beat rock. So VI North, I think, will start with the ball here. So just waiting for this last game to get underway here. So this will be the last game, as I mentioned, for the U10, U16, or U12 ranks, excuse me. When we switch up to U14, you will see 9 players on either side of the ball, and you will see the full use of the football field, from my understanding, though there are a number of players on the field right now that may need to be reminded of that when we start. Okay, VI North just getting organized on offense here, looking to get the first play in. Their standouts from the first game were Joaquin Aguilera, number 9, who was playing running back, and Bentley Kloppenberg, who is playing quarterback for them, but it is number 19 at quarterback, who, again, I do not have on my roster. And a fumbled snap in the backfield is immediately scooped up by number 30, Keenan Bernard Massey. And a little bit of a hiccup to begin the game. Here for Vancouver Island North as they try to regroup. So they will try it again here. Quarterback is under center. 2 offensive linemen, 2 receivers split to the right, 1 to the left. Snap is taken, going to roll right, looking to pass, and he's going to tuck and run. Lots of open field here. Tries to juke out the last man, and he does, and gets inside the pylon for the score. Just looking down my roster, I think... not listed, the number's listed as 12 instead of 19, but I think that's actually Anya Call playing quarterback for the Vancouver Island North squad, in which case I apologize not only for not catching that name initially, but also for misgendering her on that last play. So she will line up under center again here, same formation. Snap is bobbled, but she'll pick it up, rolling right. Looking to throw, and is going to just try and make something out of nothing here. Cuts back against the grain, shakes a receiver or a tackler, and she's got some room. Rolling to her left, all the way into the end zone. Touchdown, Vancouver Island North. What a play. Talk about something out of nothing. She looked like she was coffined up in the corner there, and then just cut back against the grain and beat everybody going back the other way for the score. So a little bit of mojo going now for Vancouver Island North. You know, when they, on their first offensive possession in the last game, it was a different quarterback in, and they had some success then. This offensive group wasn't super successful, but they are starting to get it going now. Call under center. 1 receiver split to either side, and Aguilera in the backfield behind her will take the snap and is going to hand off. This is Joaquin Aguilera splitting to his right, shakes a tackler, gets to the edge, cutting back up the middle, and he will score as well. Touchdown, Vancouver Island North. This is the last game. Yeah. They'll do it again. One receiver split either way. Single back in the backfield. It is a toss to the back. Aguilera, he's going to spin out of a tackler. He looks like he might be looking to pass it here. He's going to spin back again in the other direction, like a washing machine in the spin cycle, as he cuts back up the middle and into the end zone for another touchdown for Vancouver Island North. Aguilera looked like he was in trouble a couple times there, but like a whirling dervish, spinning out of trouble in either direction and makes hay out of it. And that will do it for the Vancouver Island North offensive possession, as Vancouver North will now take over. Most of the players here from either the city of Vancouver itself or the North Shore. Might have the odd Burnaby player in there as well. Not a very big roster for Vancouver North today, as they only appear to have just 6 players. They're going to line up. They are in the shotgun. A couple of backs to the right who are currently lined up behind the quarterback. They're going to motion back to the left. And the handoff is going to be up the middle. He is going to be stuffed quickly. That was number 39, George Grant, taking the handoff. And he gets wrapped up pretty quickly. One of the challenges for this Vancouver North squad, both the players listed as linemen on their roster appear to not be here today participating. Hard to run an offense when you don't have any linemen. So, looks like some kids who don't normally play there are stepping in and taking one for the team up front. Shotgun snap is low, and he is going to be hit hard as the pile gets pushed back right into his lap. The quarterback, Marshall Anderson, gets knocked on his keister there. The ball comes out, and they blow it dead. Just under 6 minutes left on the clock in this one. This the last of the U10, U12 games today. As I'm sure you can see some of the groups of players congregating around the outside of this. Those are all of our U14 teams who are just about ready to go here. Vancouver North motioning their 2 backs from left to right. They are going to try and toss, and that ball will fall to the ground and be recovered. By a Vancouver Island North defender. And a tough day for the Vancouver North guys continues here on offense, as they're just trying to get anything going here. Clock ticks under 5 minutes here. The Vancouver North squad will come out. 3 linemen up front again. Looks like a little offset to the right. 2 backs to the right. They're going to bring them in motion from right to left again. The handoff is going to go to number 43 here, Noah Mendez. And he will be brought down after a gain of about 3. suspect we're getting close to the end just based on the clock of the Vancouver North offensive set here as the clock ticks down to 4 minutes left. Vancouver North gets up to the line. In that same formation, both backs are on the right. They're going to motion to their left. Quarterback is going to attempt to flush out of the pocket, uses his own coach as a pick, puts the ball up in the air. It is complete right around the line of scrimmage. And he makes a couple men miss and breaks through the crowd into the end zone for the touchdown is Noah Mendez. Slick little play to get some yak yards there. And Vancouver North gets on the board. I think we're going to get a changeover here so they can get a couple more offensive plays in for each team. Nice to see the Vancouver North offense end their set on a high note here with their first score of the morning. So VI North's offense will head back on the field, and it looks like they're setting up for the other quarterback, Bentley Kloppenberg, number 6, to take the reins here. VI North's offense on the field. They're going to hand off up the middle, but it is fumbled and fallen on in the backfield for a negative yardage play on the first snap. Look, that was number 15, Ashland Shepard, struggling to take the handoff there. Two minutes left in this last U10, U12 game. Kloppenberg under center. 3 linemen, 1 back in the backfield. He is going to hand off again, but immediately wrapped up in the backfield is Shepard. I think that was Drake Quo on the tackle, number 27. Also in the vicinity was number 15, Marshall Anderson. VI North sets up. 1 receiver split to either side. 1 back in the backfield. That back is Shepard. Kloppenberg under center. Bringing him in motion. And he will hand off on the end around. That is number 9, Joaquin Aguilera, taking the handoff. He breaks down and a nice tackle made. That is number 43, Noah Mendez, breaking down and wrapping up a tough ball carrier to secure the tackle. Nice play by 43 in orange. And I think that will do it for that quick VI North offensive set. They're going to squeeze in a couple more snaps for Vancouver North here as the clock ticks down to just 30 seconds left here. They'll get 1 play in. If they hurry, they might get a second as well. When we switch over to U14 in a couple minutes' time, the first game up will be Vancouver South number 1, team number 1, versus Vancouver Island South. Motioning from left to right, and the snap doesn't even get off here, as I think the center may have hit his own keister with the ball there trying to get it back. Tough when you're giving up as much size as he is giving up front. The clock has hit 0, but I think they're going to just to even things up, they are going to let Vancouver North have 1 more offensive snap before they call it here. Come out 2 backs to the left. They're going to motion from left to right. Quarterback is going to toss it here. Number 30 on the carry, trucks a would-be tackler, and then gets brought down by the second man just outside the 15. Nice hard run there by Keenan Bernard Massey to get some positive yardage for Vancouver North, and that will do it for the U10 U12 action here today. Great job by all the players and coaches today. Lots of great plays out there, lots of talent. There will be as quick of a changeover as possible here, and then we will move to the U14 action. When we switch to the U14 action, there will be a new link to stream on. So keep your eyes peeled in the comment section, I assume. Okay. On the PFA's homepage, there will be a new streaming link for the U14 action. So you can switch over there, and we will see you guys in just a couple minutes' time.